Was that involved?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So with that being said, the room understands the assignment. Unfortunately, yeah, I think there's a couple people that would be Hove. We supposed to say who? Yeah. If we're doing anything, you put your voices on. Lil Wayne is automatically in that conversation just because Lil Wayne's Lil Wayne. We'll get into it later.
Yeah.
But second, of course, I think the person who has the best chance to beat Hove is Kanye West.
There it is.
Even if we're only doing put your voice on it, more than enough. Outside of that, though, listen, I'll pass it to Key.
That was quick.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm the one of those people that's like, I don't know if he can be like beat, right? I think it'd be a good, fair little tennis match. I'm gonna go Kanye, and I'm cutting it off at Kanye.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I put it with Kanye. My thing is, I don't even know if I agree or disagree. Like, I'm pretty close with it. But my thing is, I've had this exact debate and had those exact names come up, and it's an overwhelming reaction in front of Kanye. Like, I've heard it. I've heard it personally. So
That's
I'm just like, I just know how it would go in the public, even though I might not even necessarily agree. And it's to the point where it's disrespectful to Jay-Z. And
I actually have three. They have named the first two, Wayne and Kanye. I think in this conversation, Kanye is the obvious answer. I'll get into why in just a second, but the answer I don't like the disrespect he is getting is Lil Wayne. I'll get into that as in a second as well. But this third person is a very underrated choice, but if you have ever been to one of his concerts, you will understand. And the last caveat I didn't add about this Versuz is it's in Vegas, split 40% HOV stands, 40% whatever the other person's stands is, and then 20% just hip hop niggas.
Right, okay.
So it's a perfect venue for a Versuz.
Okay.
And if that is the case, Future Hendrix can get HOV out of here. And I know that sounds crazy.
Sheesh.
I know it sounds insane. But if you've been to a Future concert and you have heard his songs on stadium speakers, it's different, shawty. It's really, really different.
Okay.
So,
I've
take
seen
away.
Future
Jesus,
a
I ain't
few
gonna lie.
times.
Listen, now I started thinking about it, wasn't that many names that I would actually have put up to Hov. I did want to do so. Shout out to Mick, who I saw this on Twitter. Me and we're talking about this. I just want to know, out of 20, how many does Drake win?
A perfect version of Drake wins 8 rounds versus HOV. 7 or 8 rounds.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck
I think
no.
Eight songs?
I think in this conversation, a lot of people have started to inflate HOV a little bit. And I know that sounds crazy because HOV is my GOAT. HOV is the GOAT.
Right.
I like Wayne is my GOAT, but HOV is the GOAT.
Yeah.
We have that conversation of this is like a respect you give to him.
Okay.
Like he deserves that title. So, and I listen to HOV probably more than I listen to every rapper I'm gonna talk about other than Wayne and probably Drake. So I love HOV. But I think some of these songs y'all keep, not y'all, sorry, but the audience and the Twitter world keeps naming are songs that, yes, in New York, he's going to win these rounds. But everywhere else, I don't know if You Don't Know is unbeatable, like I keep seeing. I don't know if that song is unbeatable.
Whoa.
I don't know.
You said any other song.
You don't know like Blueprint 1? Blueprint,
I don't
was it
know
on?
if You Don't Know. I don't know if
First
You
of
Don't
all,
Know by Jay-Z is a
No, he's
unbeatable
right.
on Blueprint
I've
1.
heard these conversations,
This
and it
man,
makes me
I
upset.
just went to the Beyonce concert in Atlanta, Georgia, that was sold out, and he came out, and niggas was rapping. You don't know.
No,
Niggas
for
was
sure.
scream- like,
It was.
Stop.
But
So we
the-
can't say you don't know.
But
You could've said-
Beyonce's fan base automatically almost has like a tie to Jay-Z.
That's
I'm
fair.
saying there's a lot of.
But it was still Atlanta, though.
know for sure, but I just know a lot of niggas who don't give Jay-Z that respect.
Let me ask,
I know a lot of them. I hear it often every day.
Let me follow up. What Drake songs in a verses are we playing versus Jay-Z?
That's the thing also, because I would pick different songs than probably Drake himself would pick, or like the average Drake
Well,
fan.
that's my
And
thing.
my songs I feel like would hold up, but the ones they pick wouldn't.
See,
They're
that's
gonna
my
pick one
thing.
dance.
That's my thing. Quality wise, if I wanted to say like if me and Daniel were to do a Jay-Z Drake versus like in the crib, I would play some shit like Girls Love Beyonce. You know how much I love that song. That shit not ringing off on the verses. Like all the Drake best quality songs that you would play, those are not his hits.
Exactly.
His hits bag
It's
is
gonna be Hotline Bling. It's gonna be Controller.
I
It's gonna
keep
be-
seeing that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. I think those songs are ringing off in a void
no.
versus if Drake has his fan base in there.
No, I agree they're
Like,
ringing off. I just
that's
don't think that
the
they should.
thing.
I don't think it's
Like-
fair.
They're not comparable.
And hold
Yes.
on, let me say something because I don't want to get my card taken. I'm not talking about Hotline Bling, and I'm not talking about what's the one other one you
God's
said?
Plan.
One
One
Dance
Dance,
Passion
and
Fruit.
God's Plan.
Passion Fruit.
But
All of them.
stop it right there. Passion Fruit is ringing the fuck off.
In Target.
Sweeter Man is ringing
That
the
one
fuck
is.
off.
That one is.
Marvin's Room album is going
Yeah,
to
all them sad
ring
niggas.
the fuck off because this is the thing. Remember, I painted the scene as this is the perfect version of these artists for a reason. Because if Drake gets in his I'm the ladies man bag and it's 100 bad bitches in the first 3 rows of this concert screaming Drake lyrics in Jay-Z's face, that is going to sound like something. It's going to feel like something. And that is the interesting part about the verses that I keep seeing people talk about is you have to line these songs up perfectly. The best verses matchup provide contrast. So when HOV plays Imaginary Players, I'm gonna play Sweeter Man and make you pick between the women singing in your ear or the niggas rapping next to you with smelling like weed.
See,
like
I
that's
agree
the
with
thing
you.
about this shit.
No, I agree with you that like let's say Pete Drake, I do think this shit rings off. But like I told Mick, bro, pick your 5 best Drake songs. Pick 2,000 women to be in the stands. He's 0 for 5 versus HOV in that versus. If you pick your 5 best Drake songs and the 5 best Jay-Z songs come on, it don't matter what he streamed. Because these are like some of the biggest universal ever. Like that's the thing. Drake has been Drake for, what is it, like 10, 15 years
15
now.
years. Yeah,
HOV's been HOV for 30 years now. My mom has not listened to a rap album in 10 years. No, several Jay-Z songs.
That is amazing. And y'all get in here when y'all want to, but that sounds great, and it's all rings true. And HOV is HOV. But when we're talking about, and let me have another caveat. This versus
caveats.
we're judging in the building. We're not like having the verses and then going on Apple Music and being like these songs are going back to back. So this is my point. I know
making parameters.
no,
I think if we talking what happened at the actual verses when we was in the pandemic,
there's no order anymore.
This is the thing, and the reason I'm adding these caveats is because I think having a conversation that we've been having for 7 years, you have to throw in caveats to make the answers change a little bit. If we all just keep repeating, Drake can't play God's Plan against Imaginary Players, then we know that. But we know that. So
he would though. He would though.
But I would.
That's the thing. He would play it though.
One, I added the caveat that they're not going to do that. They're going to pick a perfect selection. So that's why I said that.
But
so we won't keep bringing up God's Plan. And secondly, the part about judging the verses on Apple Music after the battle happened is something we can do right now. We can just pick 20 Drake songs and 20 HOV songs and have a verses. So I'm trying to bring in some flavor to the conversation to put yourself in the venue with women around, with drinks around, with money around, with feeling that energy, and really imagine Drake and his team on stage next to HOV. And HOV got these niggas rapping and Drake got these bitches singing. It's gonna feel different than it sounds.
Okay, look,
but bitches are also rapping whole lyrics.
And my
like,
thing is
a lot of bitches.
I think that's my biggest problem. Because I think Drake got a monopoly on being the bitches nigga in his era. So if
it's 2,000 women, I think it gets a little spooky.
Bro, like yo, listen, we was just talking about the Beyonce show. Listen, I don't care what Drake song he played. Drunken Love beating that shit. Period. I don't care what bitches in there.
All right,
upgrade you smoking that shit. It upgrades you. Come on. I don't care what Drake song come on. For all those bitches could upgrade you gonna ring off.
Last caveat for this: HOV cannot be beat if Beyonce comes on the stage. So that Beyonce songs are not allowed in this whole.
What?
He has a verse on. What are you talking about?
He backstabbed the caveat.
Yeah,
new caveat to backstab the old
caveat. Appear on.
caveat.
You said any song that they appear on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So Beyonce's not coming on stage, but he can play his shit.
That's a crazy backpedal.
I'm saying that because we don't need to have a conversation if Beyonce comes on the stage.
I'm
saying that for you.
Fuck what it said.
I don't think HOV. I think HOV knows that. I don't think HOV is having a verses and be like, I'm gonna bring my wife.
Now HOV is too righteous to win by using Beyonce. I don't think he give a fuck.
I do think. I think HOV. That's ego. I don't need my wife to beat these niggas. That's what I'm saying. That's his mentality.
Okay,
I don't need my wife to come beat you niggas.
I do think that
he didn't say me and my wife gonna
just
stand on
don't
stage.
think
He said I'm gonna stand on that stage. So that's
He
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
need Beyonce for that though. He can just play his shit.
And that shit was gonna ring off. That's still his verse.
He doesn't need that.
But this is my thing also, because Drake and HOV, of course, because they were at the top of the game, have traded bars. He told Drake once, "My wife Beyonce, I brag different." Yeah. So if it's 7-7 with 6 songs left, you might hear that shit, nigga. Like she might walk out. Like, listen.
That's funny as
Dog.
fuck.
And I will also say this: I think Drake is a hard person to have in these versus conversations because I understand you said like if we were picking the Drake songs, certain songs won't be in there. But for Drake's brand, he has to play certain songs. So when we went to see him on the tour, niggas don't really want to hear God's plan, but he's gonna play it because that's part of Drake's brand.
I completely disagree with that. I completely do. If this scenario is happening, Drake's brand does not matter. Drake is here to win. So that is where I disagree with that point. Is if Drake is saying, "Yo, I got 5 million, Hov got 5 million, we coming to put on a real show," Drake knows he can't play God's plan. I think we misinterpret how aware Drake actually is about his fan base, about who he is, and about what he brings to the table. I think we really underestimate how smart and how much he utilizes his fan base and weaponizes his fan base. And to think that he's gonna get on the stage with Hov and play God's plan is just asinine thought, in my opinion. Also, I keep saying that they're gonna have a perfect verses, so we don't keep going back to God's plan in One Dance and all these songs. Like, let's go 4 p.m. Calabasas, 6 p.m. in New York. All of the timestamp rappers, middle of the ocean. We got what else we got? Practice, Cameras. Those are the records that Drake is gonna be getting off. And if Drake is getting those records off, then yes, I do absolutely think this is a competition. I'm not even saying he wins. All I'm saying is I'm sick and tired of people saying no one can stand on the stage and it won't be a competition. That is not true. Hov is fucking Hov and Hov is the GOAT. But y'all gotta stop acting like these niggas' songs aren't the songs they are. And that is what's frustrating about this conversation.
I definitely
Kanye,
I understand your perspective for sure. Maybe with a different artist other than Drake, I think I would be.
And let's move it off Drake. We've been to Drake for
Kanye. I think
let's move to Ye.
Let's move to Ye. But one final thing on Drake. I just want to put this on record for the niggas that's gonna watch it and for me, because I told that nigga earlier, and of course my socials are in the bio. He does not score if I pick the whole songs. I don't care what Drake you song. He will not score if I pick the whole songs. Go ahead, Nose.
I respect that. And so here's my thing. By the time that Drake even started to blow is when Hov dropped Blueprint 3. You understand? So there's a generational gap already off rip.
Right.
All Hov's best shit was already out before Drake rapped his best I ever had. You know what I'm saying? So depending on the age demographic that's in that room is gonna affect what goes. Because they're essentially Jay-Z was like the Drake of his generation, and Drake's like the Jay-Z of our generation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like
But Jay-Z's
that
still Jay-Z.
100%, and that's my opinion. So, and that's the other thing. And also, the songs that you pick. So you're saying it's gonna be a perfect. There's no universal perfect set list. I think there's the set list that the people in this room would pick, but I think that he would do God's plan, and I think God's plan sadly would ring off based on the general populace of the niggas that's out there. Even though I'd rather hear 5 a.m. in Toronto or fucking Lord Knows, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
Or
my
Dreams
bag.
Money Can Buy.
Some shit like that. Draft day.
Right, but the songs that you're talking about that I would have win, I think the general public would pick the other ones, which I think is lame.
Let me ask.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask the transition to Kanye. I just want to ask the room their score individually before we start. I feel like that's a perfect way to introduce this segment. Drake, I can't stop.
Drake.
I can't stop.
That nigga taking views.
I literally can't stop.
I'm
literally out.
I'm contagious.
I'm changing in front of y'all. Like I'm literally out. Like I'm losing my. I'm becoming Steve-O in chat.
They already bought it.
Literally, I'm becoming Steve-O in front of everyone right now. I'm losing control. Like, all right, Kanye, Jay-Z, 220 versus what's the score? No, let's start with you.
I'd have to really think.
Let's start with you.
Can I think for a second?
Yeah, go
I
think.
still have every versus 11-9 with these niggas. Like everyone is 11-9, 12. Like I keep saying, bro, these niggas are fucking amazing.
That's facts.
Either way,
For sure.
it's going 11-9, 12-8 if these niggas are on stage with each other. I go 11-9 Hov by Kanye rant that ruins it for everybody. Like I don't.
No, but remember the caveat. It's 40% Kanye fans in there. We turn, nigga. We turn. We going. Yeah, nigga, keep ranting.
Listen to the kids, bro.
Yeah, listen to the kids, nigga.
But yeah, 11-9 Hov probably.
Okay.
11-9 Hov.
If we're going with that idea, 40% Ye, 40% Hov, and 20% hip hop niggas, I feel like the hip hop niggas have to lean Hov. So I would say 12.
Yes,
I would say 12-8 Hov.
Yeah.
But I feel like if it was just a general, like just anybody in that bitch, I think Ye might win 14-6.
And
sadly.
This is what I would say. If you left that venue and went and interviewed all the niggas on the street that was watching on TV and the bars and shit, you would get back with 125 Hovs and 122 Ye's.
Right.
Like it would be so close. I don't think it would be a definitive winner. I think that would be one of those verses we leave and we say hip hop won. And we argue about forever. Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say, and I even answering at first, I said I don't know if he would beat him, but yeah, I think it would be a tie. Do I think personally it would be a tie, no. But I think you would look at the songs played, the atmosphere, the audience, the reaction. 100%. I think it would be split, honestly.
I completely. Yeah.
Okay.
So what songs? Oh, my fault.
Oh yeah, my fault. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I disagree. I have Kanye 12-8, a respectful 12-8, but still 12-8 nonetheless, for the simple reason that Kanye is a top tier performer. If we in this scenario with the caveats, if we're doing in venues, like Hov's gonna be on the stage, Hov's gonna have stage control, he gonna have the shit. Kanye got fucking mountains and flying stage, it's snowing and shit. Like, I think that combined with just like the hit star power would put it just push it right over the top. Because like you said, like what I wanted to say was, like you said, like the general hip hop fans like that 20%. Hov wins that 20%. I need to know what age the niggas are. Because if them niggas, if it's general hip hop niggas under 27, 28,
they're gonna go Kanye.
They're gonna go Ye.
That's what I'm saying.
So
that's gonna age gap there too, a little bit. It's smaller, but.
But I wanted to go on the record. I am a Kanye nigga.
Key. Let me ask you. Give me, PSA versus Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Shit.
I don't think that's fair.
I'm not playing that versus PSA, by the way.
I don't think that's fair.
I mean, I'm gonna go.
In the mic.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
I feel like I just back against the wall. Fuck it. I'm saying Santos. Can't tell me nothing.
Okay. Nelson. You don't know power.
Jesus.
I'm up 2-0, ain't it? I'm up 2-0.
I'm trying to remove all bias.
I would still go. You don't know.
I think so too. Yeah,
I'm
going.
going.
I'm going.
You don't know what that is.
I'm going. You don't
If
know.
you said power and Can't Tell Me Nothing, I would have been.
I feel like that was a better one. I feel
Yeah.
like PSA is like it's short. I don't know if it was fair. Can't Tell Me Nothing is like an albatross of a song. Like it's like fucking sick.
DOA or Flashing Lights?
Flashing Lights. That was a wash.
Yeah.
That wasn't. Really.
Yeah.
I fuck with D. Niggas don't fuck with D.
I like DOA, but Flashing Lights
DOA.
is like one of the best songs
That's
to
fair.
ever exist.
That's
Like,
fair.
I completely agree with
That's
that.
fair.
Give me Through the Wire or Imaginary Players.
Imaginary Players.
Key?
Confidently.
Through the Wire, Imaginary Players.
Confidently through the Imaginary Players.
I'm going Imaginary Players, but I
Through
think
the Wire is great though.
that's what I'm saying. I think some of these songs I would put like if I was on Kanye's side, I would go different. I would do
That's
like
what I'm saying. Yeah.
I would do like
Yeah.
Through the Wire and like Hola Jovito or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That personally.
So yeah, I'll probably go Imaginary Players with that. I'm going Imaginary Players against anything in history, though.
It's Imaginary Players.
I don't want to be biased. I don't want to come off biased, but I'm like.
Give me let me do.
Oh, here. Let them. You do a whole song. I'll do a Ye song. Let's do like 3 or 4.
Okay.
I like that.
Let's have y'all.
I like
so.
that.
You said Hov. Give me Let's see. Give me Dead Presidents.
That's gonna win.
Next.
I don't know.
And with the third verse.
That's like one of my favorite songs to ever exist.
No, facts. The beat just came off in my head and everything.
Damn.
That's just been sampled like a million times. Yeah, like you gotta go with your best shit
Yeah.
and help this.
The best. See, that's the thing. Kanye has so.
You
He does.
You gotta go with your shit for Dead Presidents.
And I love Kanye too. By
No,
the way.
I love them both. Like,
For everybody, like-
yeah.
Daniel's gonna like this.
I'm just Hov, bro.
Daniel's gonna like this because he wants to contrast in verses, and I do agree with that. I don't like pairing them to be together.
Exactly.
Heartless.
I like it. Good shit.
Dead
I think
Presidents.
you lose, but
Good shit. Good shit.
I like it. Yeah.
Good shit.
I think it's a wash.
And he's
Good
Dead
shit.
Presidents though.
Good shit. I think
it's a wash.
I think that's Dead Presidents, but I think
Yeah.
that's a great pick. I would
Yeah.
love it. And
I
think,
love Heartless.
And that's the
Yeah.
thing about these songs is like being able to change energy is
Yeah.
why I say these songs contrasting makes it works better for
Yeah.
whoever is on the stage, because if you get Hov and you rapping and you out of breath and then you hear that drum and you know Kanye gonna do some dramatic ass shit,
Yeah.
play a heartbeat before and
Yeah.
all of this crazy
Facts.
shit before the song come on,
Yeah.
and it changed your energy.
Right.
So your reaction and your feel about the song, especially if it comes second, is just different now. And whereas, like I said, if we doing some spaces, you of course 10 times out of 10 gonna pick Dead Presidents. But in
Right.
this building, if you feel that, Heartless
And
might
this
give
is
you
my
some-
thing. This is the underrated part about what you're saying about like it being live is, let's say Daniel starts the round. Daniel may start the round with Dead Presidents and I go Heartless and he win that round. But if Kanye go Heartless into All of the Lights, you got a way better chance on that
Exactly.
second because you just heard them 2 songs back to
Yes,
back.
yes.
So I think that's why like the in-person thing changes it so much as opposed to just like looking at the list because you kind of gotta, like I said, I wouldn't pick certain songs for certain songs because like you gotta pick your matchups too. Like, and that was my thing about
that's the biggest part of the verses.
and that was my thing about the T.I. 50 thing that niggas keep getting mad at me about. It's like, yo, T.I. has several amazing albums. You cannot play albums in the verses, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So when niggas start rattling off T.I. hits, I love all T.I. hits. If you play T.I. shit
50's the
out
hit
of
guy.
order, 50 might smack
50
you.
is
Like
the hit
you
guy.
gotta
Yeah.
pick your songs
For sure.
correctly. So
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, you go first with Kanye.
I would have did Can't Tell Me Nothing versus Dead Presidents, and I would have thought about that. I would still pick Dead Presidents, but I would have thought about it. I didn't even think about Heartless.
Runaway.
Runaway.
Wait, you said Runaway?
Runaway by Kanye West.
Frontin'. Pharrell and Jay-Z.
Jeez. I'm gonna start seeming like a rock glazer. I really
Yeah,
don't
this
even
is
wanna do that.
like I'm saying. This is a night hip hop wins. Like it's you can't really pick.
They close with Watch the Throne for sure.
Run-
Who gets Otis?
You know what?
Or
Fuck
do
it.
you-
I'll go Runaway because of the push verse.
who
Fuck
gets
it.
Watch the Throne?
I think they perform it last. I think they perform Otis last together.
Okay, and I just want to say caveat. Earlier, I was real close to picking Watch the Throne, but I just didn't want to argue with
That- I forgot. That's the thing about niggas having like I almost forget collab albums exist.
Yeah.
That would have easily been one of mine.
I had
Easily.
Outkast, so I figured any collab album was okay.
I don't even really count this as a collab. Like I was just like,
Yeah.
that's really just like Outkast, for real.
type shit.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me do.
But yeah, Runaway because of Pusha T. That's why.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'll go Runaway.
Yeah.
Runaway versus Front and
That,
Runaway.
you,
Okay.
you hear that
Runaway
piano or
is
something just
but
like.
that's like also one of my favorite albums.
Okay,
Right.
so let's see. I stopped saying. Oh, sorry, audience. Allure.
God.
Boy, I love Allure so much. Oh my God, Bound to.
I like it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Rock Boys in the building
Yeah,
tonight.
I like it. I like it.
See there, I feel like
Yeah.
you could go like ultralight beam, and I would have been
Yeah.
like, ah.
I like
No,
it.
that's the thing. No, that's the thing though. You gotta,
I love the contrast. You bring.
yeah,
Like,
you
I
gotta,
think-
you gotta duck the jab. Like you
Yeah,
gotta wait for some shit
exactly,
to play.
bro. Exactly.
I don't know,
Ultralight
man.
beam.
I could just be rock as hell. I just feel like their
Yeah.
jabs are missing. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, it's, but then again, I gotta be in the room too. I'm not in the room. It's
Yeah.
not playing. So that's also a
You
thing.
go first with Kanye.
Runaway got it though.
I was gonna say Ultralight beam.
You say it.
Well, that from Runaway into Ultralight beam.
That's some shit.
If you did that ultralight beam, I am going to go. Where am I gonna go with ultralight beam? Ultralight beam.
You got 13 albums to choose from. Like, it's just so
Bro,
much
I got
shit,
so much to choose from. I'm
It's
trying
so
to like
much
narrow it
features.
down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, from ultralight beam, you gonna have a room.
Niggas be crying. Niggas
yeah,
be
you gonna
praying.
be have
Do it.
coming, and I'm gonna come in with money ain't a thing. With
Okay,
JD.
I like that. I like
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
I like
Yeah.
that. That one, I think I'll go ultralight beam.
yeah.
I'll go ultralight beam on that
I'll go
one.
Ultralight beam.
Okay,
Chance versus just stupid.
that was fun. Shout out Chance, by the way. He did that verse at
yeah.
the show.
Okay,
Shout out
and then
to
let
him.
me ask you this before we get off Hove and move to Wayne. Kanye move to Wayne. What are the songs versus? So what are Kanye's songs versus Hove that are unbeatable and vice versa?
I
If
think
any.
I think Hov probably has 5. I would say a healthy 5. I would say there's probably 5 or 6, no matter what you play.
Niggas play Song Cry. You're not like don't.
You might be song cry. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't. No, honestly, I don't think anything could beat Dirt Off My Shoulder. I really.
Ooh, like when it comes
In
up,
person,
like,
you're not beating
The
Dirt Off
shit
My
literally starts.
The
Now
way
tune
that-
into the motherfucking
Fam,
greatest. And then you,
the
like,
way that beat hits, you're not.
I
beating
think
Dirt
that's
Off Your
literally an
Shoulder.
unbeatable song.
So
Pimpin',
Dirt Off My
Big
Shoulder
Pimpin'.
and Can't Tell Me Nothing play back to back.
And Big Pimpin'.
That shit, you gotta just leave.
Big Pimpin'. Listen, Big.
Big Pimpin'
So
unbeatable?
if I were to say the 5 Hov unbeatables, I would say Big Pimpin', Dirt Off My Shoulders. If we're talking in person, like real scenario, I may throw 99 Problems in there for the general population. That is still a
That's a
classic.
hit. Yeah.
Frontin', and then
You don't know. Sorry, I forgot to say that too. I think that's about
That
unbeatable
person,
as
that's
well.
not a.
Dead Presidents.
That
that's
person
what-
is unbeatable. I also
Yeah.
think if he decided to do the Grammy Family Beast freestyle,
Yeah.
that would be unbeatable. That would be unbeatable.
Yeah.
Anything where Beyonce is on the stage is unbeatable.
Right.
All right, now to Kanye. I think Runaway is unbeatable.
Runaway?
I would
Runaway
go.
is pretty much.
I feel like Flashing Lights is
Flashing
unbeatable.
Lights is- yeah.
In
Through the Wire.
person,
What's for me?
much
One?
like the
Through the Wire.
Through the Wire is definitely listen. So it's gonna be
Jesus
niggas
Walks
watching.
is unbeatable.
Jesus
actually.
Jesus walks.
Through the
And-
Wire just got beat though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's just how he paired it though. I'm thinking.
That's how you got to pick.
But the
Jesus Walks is out of here. For sure.
in person, you're not beating Gold Digger. you're not beating Hov.
Listen, I think Hov.
No. You gotta think about how that song starts though. Like you was talking about, the Jay-Z, the dragging that shit out, and then like the drum starts. Devil in a New Dress.
That's the one.
Devil in a New Dress for sure.
That's my favorite Kanye song.
Yeah,
that's the one.
You project well, so it don't really matter.
Yeah, Devil in a New Dress.
That's the one. Yeah.
I think Devil in a New Dress is unbeatable.
I think it's
I'm
unbeatable.
trying to think if you play that Ross verse, for sure you won.
Yeah.
I would put Devil in a New Dress versus Dead Presidents, and
lastly, I was interested thinking that would be the best thing about these verses is because of the names, everybody would be there.
Yeah.
So Ross would be there.
Yeah.
Drake would be there. Like everybody is gonna show up.
Listen, I'll say it right now. Listen, if the beat is playing and Ross walk out, fucking
in the mink with the massage, like
you're not losing that round.
You're not losing that round.
If Wayne showed up and niggas did Mr. Carter, I might cry. I would actually cry.
I love the transition because we gonna get into Wayne next. And I wanted to start because, of course, Daniel has a lot on Wayne. But I'm going to start because I also picked Wayne, too. Mm-hmm. I think Wayne could beat Hov just off mixtapes. I think albums, Hov, of course, clears because he's Hov.
Yeah.
But, of course, Wayne has his classic albums. But Wayne being able to play anything from that mixtape run.
On anybody's beat.
Bro, like, it's Jay-Z songs that you can't play because Wayne has a better version.
Yeah.
Like, it changes the way you go about it.
Yeah, so as far as like my tier list, like I created a versus tier, and in that tier 1 list of all rappers is Hov, Wayne, Kanye, and Future, and Drake. And I have Wayne in that tier because of his mixtape catalog. If you're like, hey, you can only play songs off the albums, then yeah, Hov is watching Wayne.
Right.
I love you, Wayne. But so the thing about Wayne and why I think Wayne gets lost in this conversation sometimes is because it's coined this term. I don't even think we were on the air when we said it, but Wayne has so much music. Anything you say about it is going to be true. Yeah. You're going to be able to find the song to prove what you say because he has 10,000 songs.
Yep.
Yeah. So everything people are saying about Wayne is like, I can tell you ain't listened to Wayne consistently in 6 years.
Yeah.
But because Lil Wayne got 100 songs, what you saying about him is probably true right now.
Mm-hmm.
So with his mixtape catalog, I believe he gives Hov a very long day. Yeah. And it's kind of like what I said about the Drake scenario where those songs with them on stage with each other, especially when Wayne is taking Run This Town and nigga, you can't even fuck with me on your shit. Yeah. Like, and you looking at him and saying that, and Hov is coming back with his own freestyles and like, nigga, they don't even remember my mixtapes because all my albums so far. Like, type shit like that. Like, they gonna be talking to each other crazy. And like, Wayne would have to have the best day at the office he's ever had in his motherfucking life. Yeah. But because the thing about Wayne and Drake's hit is, respectfully, I'm Young Money till I die. I love Young Money with everything.
I am.
But they're too fun. Like, that's why Wayne and Drake is a perfect matchup for each other. And Ye and Hov is a perfect matchup for each other because their hits match up with each other. Yeah. Wayne and Drake hits are fucking hits. And if you've ever been anywhere where their music is played, it gets rapped bar for bar. Yeah. But they're fun.
Yeah.
Hov hits are big boy grown man hits. Yeah. So some of them things is just gonna sound like, nigga, get that little boy shit out of here. You can't play the motto and you can't play No Worries and bitch and good. Actually, you might be able to play Bitches Love Me. That's kind of hard.
Bitches Love Me for sure.
How to Love though, that's not ringing off. And shit like that isn't ringing off. So that's my only caveat is some of Lil Wayne's hits and Drake's hits are just too little boyish to stand with Hov.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
Nelson.
Yeah, I think that it's another one where the matchup would still be. It would still be a very closely contested match, but like you said with the mixtapes, it just depends on what niggas value though too, because it's like at the same time, like maybe if you have a better verse on here, but like I made this song, it's like the shit like when Nas and Jay-Z used to go back and forth. It's like you made a hot line, I made a hot song.
Cook that
like,
nigga, by the way. I ain't gonna lie.
That's hard.
Cook that nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Just the back and forth, like do niggas value more so the fact that you created the song like that had that impact and like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like when you outside, you're hearing Run This Town or where you're hearing the Run This Town. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just. I feel like it's. The niggas in the room, bro, they just determine a lot. I've seen both sides of the spectrum.
That room's gonna shake when Rolling come on.
That's
I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna lie to you, Lord. Room gonna shake when that bitch come on, kid.
And this is the thing about me where I push back on the whole you created the song and whatnot. Wayne has had transcended and revolutionized what the mixtape game was and the genre was.
100%.
And I think that the fact that Wayne was able to do what he did on those beats for that long and continuously grab listeners to the point where people don't know what the original rolling beat is and people don't know what the original Sky is the Limit beat is, et cetera, et cetera. I do think that is madly impressive.
No, for sure.